Today's scripture is James chapter 4, verses 15, 16, and 17. This will conclude chapter 4 in our book of James study. And this will also conclude section 5 of the book, which has been discussing having peace with God and others. And these verses in particular today pertain to God's will and our will and how they should align together. He just finished saying in verse 14, "What is our life but a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away?" And he said in the verse before that, don't say things like, today I'm going to do this, and tomorrow I'm going to be here, and next week I'm going to be doing that. He said, since your life is a vapor, this is how your communication ought to be. In verse 15 he says, for you ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that. So it's all about living your life according to God's will. He closes the chapter with a bit of a warning. He says, right now you are rejoicing in your boasting. And then he says, all such rejoicing is evil. And in verse 17, he makes a very eye-opening statement. He says in verse 17, therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin. What he's saying is when you know there's something that you're supposed to be doing for God and you don't do it, the very fact that you're not doing it is a sin within itself. I've always explained it this way. There's two types of sin in the Bible. There's the sin of commission, which means doing things you're not supposed to do. And there's the sin of omission, which is not doing the things that you are supposed to do. So either way, we're committing sin. And James is warning us through this passage that we are to give God the glory, honor, and credit for all things in our life. The overall point that James is making here is we need to put God first in our life and give Him the honor, glory, and credit for everything that we do. And if we begin taking credit for those things, then we're crossing the line of being boastful, which can become an evil and sinful thing in our lives. Join me in the next lesson as we begin chapter 5. I'm Pastor John, creating community by sharing scripture. God bless.
Go tell the world it's not a story.